Right then, welcome back to my YouTube channel with Narnia Prince Caspian. Right, so today is another Narnia game, which is once again, it is Narnia Prince Caspian. Now, with this game, it has got some new characters for you to use, or different ones, shall we say, which, as it will say, Prince Caspian. So you got a person that's called Prince Caspian, as well as, of course, you've got the original characters, but also you get some new ones as well in there as well. But also in Narnia the Lion, the Witch and Wardrobe, you got Lucy, and she used to go in small spaces. But in this game, she won't be doing that. She ain't gonna do that. But you also have some other characters as well that will go in small spaces, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Right, also you got 3 saves. You can choose 1, 2, or 3, or 4, but there's only 3. So you can choose 1, 2, or 3. And once you're happy with whichever, then make sure you press X, but also you want to make sure it has a yellow flashing colour on it. If you say, yep, that's the one I want, and you're good to go. Right, so you will have several other levels, as well as you have got some treasure chests to hunt down, as well as, of course, you're going to be finding several of them scattered around in certain levels, like this level here, which is Caspian. But once again, there are several other levels in level Caspian and several other levels that are in all of these lovely square shapes in there. And each one of those windows will have a certain amount of treasure chests for you to hunt down. As well as, of course, when you open a treasure chest, it will allow you to have a bonus unlocked, which will allow these windows, which with this one here, which will be bonus content arts, or if that's what CONCEPT is spelled to be. So you got that one. You will also have bonus levels, which will be over here as well. As well as, of course, you will have bonus footage as well. As well as with this one here, which is game clips, which is basically movie clips and bits and pieces you'll see in the game that will be involved as well. Now, with the levels that are in these normal shape levels of windows, they will have a certain amount of chests for you to hunt down, once again. As well as with those chests, you're going to have to find several other keys and roughly the correct number of keys it wants you to spend. So make sure you keep picking up several other keys, and then you are fine to do exactly spend the keys. But also in these levels of the windows, they will have bonus unlocks of a specific thing for you to hunt down, which is roughly like a little puzzle for you to work out. For example, if you were trying to make a square with 4 pens, and then you get a bonus unlock, but it's roughly like that kind of thing. But also you can find something possibly just to do, and then you'll get a bonus unlocked as well, which will be either going to be put into bonus content art, or however that consent, or whatever that word is exactly, or it'll go in bonus footage, it'll go in there. Also, it could either go in bonus levels as well, but it depends on which one you hunt down, really. Right, so further ado, what you're going to get is some movie clips as well for you to see. especially if you never watched the film before. So you are in good luck of seeing that as well. So further ado, Caparval. Right, now you'll have several of enemies to deal with, as well as you've got some new characters to use as well. Instead of using Peter, Edmund, Susan and Lucy. So you've got a little dude with a hook and a blade. You'll have a boar or a pig or whatever fucking animal that is. And of course you'll find a fawn with a bow. And you can whip that around the place. And you'll have a centaur as well. So you can use that as well. And those are the characters you'll be able to use.
And so, the kings and queens of Narnia were never seen again. They vanished into history. And with the rest, the Narnians asked the same question, to no avail. They were leaderless until your ancestors invaded, and no match for the brutality of the Tumblers. We killed them all. Some fled to the woods. A few brave souls made a last stand at Caspian. Even then, they held out hope that the four empty thrones might still one day be filled again.
As you just said, tamarines. And you got to deal with them. Look at them all. With their boats as well. But also what they're doing, yeah, taking over Narnia. Naughty. So what are you going to do? Well, yeah, stop them. And look at those big weapons there. Right, so you've got all four characters. You can use whoever you want. And a way to switch them. Stand by whoever. And then press triangle. Depends on what console you're using. Right, now there is a certain amount of tamarines scattered around somewhere. Right, also there is a chest over here, which is going to allow you to spend 6 keys. Right, on the right hand side of the bottom of the screen there's a map. Now with the chest, it will give you a gold colour to say that's where it's hidden, or roughly where you're close to be finding it. And then when you see it, you think, I need to open that or want it. But if you haven't got 6 keys, you're going to have to fucking leave it. Because I haven't got bloody nothing. But also what I'm going to do is leave that for now. So, further ado. With your health up there, on the left hand side, there's a red colour. Now that's your health there. Now with these little small silver things, when you find a certain amount of them, the health of your size will increase, but not quite increase larger. But what it will do is change into a different colour instead of red. But also there's a key here if you want it, because I want one for now anyway. So yeah, when you find these small little pieces here where a thing that's on the wall, click several of those and your health of a red colour will change into a different colour, which will be silver. So when you pick up a certain amount, however fucking how many, it will change into a different colour. Including if you've took some damage from enemies, then feel free to keep collecting it. Or either some actual circle with a health piece in it for you to walk into it. Now if you look on the map there's a silver piece sitting there. Now that means that thing you can pick up. So always keep on top of the map when it's got a gold thing sitting on it or a silver thing. Now once again, a gold one will allow you to know where a chest is, and the silver one will say there's a piece you can pick up, but I'm over here. Right, this little guy here, what we want to do with his hook, push L1, press X and turn your L3 clockwise and keep turning it for you to be able to pull yourself up. But with the centaur, he can't do that. He cannot pull himself up. Right, now with a lever like this, I'm going to push circle once and slap at X several of the times. So keep slapping it until one of the cogs will come down. Once again, with these little small pieces, make sure you keep an eye on them. And when you pick up a certain amount, yeah, your health will go a bit more filled up with a certain colour. Especially if you've took a load of damage and bits of your red will go down. Unless you haven't took any damage like I have. And just been picking up those small things. And then eventually it has changed the red colour into a silver colour. So always keep that in mind. Right, so that cog that's just come down, what you want to do is use this guy, press circle to pick it up, and then what you can do is place it into here. And what you do, and this little chain thing will be removed. And then what you can do, where you'll find it, it'll be down here, where you'll find 2 keys, as I've got 2 just a few minutes ago. I'll pick another 2. But like I say, with the chests, they will have a certain number. And as you progress through the game, some chests will be a little bit more freaking expensive. So further ado, what you want to do is also, you might want to stand on top of one of these tiles and wait for the other person to walk onto it, where you can get a small guy like this dude to go in there for you to pick up some more keys if you want them. But also with the chest I was on about earlier with the 6, I'm going to leave that one. But also what you want to do is go and collect, or select, shall I say, is use this guy, and you'll find out why in a minute. So like I said, with these little pieces, when you pick up a certain amount of those, find a hole and go somewhere. This is where this little guy can be involved. And once again, like I said, if you pick up several of those funny shaped things, your health will change into a different colour instead of red. Right, so once again, circle once to pull a lever and slap at X several of those times before that happens. And once you've done that, you can go back down there where you find a gate that'll be revealed. Someone small like me, you can go through there. Right, now what we want to do is possibly get rid of some tamaranes. for you to find this thing. Now what you want to do is press circle and take it all the way without a town lane being in your bloody way. So what you want to do is take it over here, press circle before it be placed down, and it'll open another gate over there. Right, before we go there, right, over here on the right hand side of the screen there is a great big window. Now what's in there is a key or some keys and a treasure chest in there, but you can't get in there. Right, also you'll find another key in it. Right, now with this freaking animal, whatever it is, with the hammer you can press X, or either you can press the square to use it, however you want. Now with the bow, with the thorn, press X to fire it. Also you can use R1 to be a bit more accurate and press X to fire it. But if you want to swing around it and toss it around, push R2 or push L2, whichever. You can do that as well, whichever how you feel fit to use it. And then once again, what you're going to do, or what I'm going to do, is go through here. And look at all these boats. And we've got an eagle. And now you've got these two dudes. These two guys here. Right, so what you want to do is to defeat 30 town marines. You've got to defeat 30 of them. Right, so what you want to do is freaking kick the shit out of them. Right, also what you can do with the boat, you can press the square and just keep tapping it instead of firing an arrow, if you want. Right, also over here there is a treasure chest that will take 2 keys off you if you want to spend 2. Right, now with the town marines, when you kick the shit out of Salem, from over here for example, and you're kicking the shit out of them, and then when you pull yourself back, Salem will return. So if I pull back over it, you'll find some more town marines returned back over here. So you don't always have to go too far forward. You could just always just kick the fucking shit out of them. Wherever you want to go, it's no problem. And once you've done 30 of those, you'll find this big silver dude. We've just got a chain and a nice sharp axe. Or blade, shall I say. Yeah, he's going to smash that. So now you've got to deal with him. Right, so the way to deal with him is to defend yourself by holding R2 or L1. And once you've done that, when he has his chance of whacking you, what you can do is whack him. Right, also there'll be 4 red dots on the middle of the screen with the character that you're dealing with. And once you've done it 4 times, shall we say. Once you've done that, he'll be dead. And then you'll find this eagle for you to have a nice little ride. So feel free to do that. And he's going to take us up here. Right, now, what you're dealing with is 3 boats. You're dealing with 3 boats, and of course you get a lovely bow weapon. Right, so what you want to do is press the circle. Now, with the 3 boats you're dealing with, which will show you how many there are on the top of the middle of the screen there. Now, what you got to do is hit them 2 times with this bow weapon. But you can only deal with 1. Right, so what you want to do is, if you want to push the bow weapon towards the right, push L3 towards the left. And if you want to push it towards the left, you're going to use L3 and push it towards the right. And so once again, what you want to do is put it somewhere in the right place and wait for the X to turn up, and then press X to fire an arrow. And then what you want to do is push L3 clockwise and keep going until it's loaded. And once again, once you've done that bit, push the weapon towards the bit where the X will pop up, and then press it. And then once you've done it 2 times, that will be destroyed. And now what you can do is just wait, or you can press circle to get off it. And you'll find 3 Tamarins trying to hit the eagle, and they fall off. Yeah. Okay, so this time you're back in this area, but this time what you're dealing with is 5 arrow Tamarins. You're dealing with them this time. Right, also you can always go back to this treasure chest if you want, but it's all up to you if you want to spend 2 keys. Right, so with the 5 Tamarins with their bows, where they'll be is 1 over here. Also, what you want to do is make sure there's a red dot on top of the reds. Right, also there's a chest here if you want to spend 4 keys as well. Right, also there is another Tamarin over here with their nice bow with a fire arrow to fucking hit you with. So get rid of him. Right, also you'll find another chest that will take 2 keys off you if you want it. Especially if you've got plenty of keys, then feel free to do that. Right, also you'll find some of those shield things around it, just to give you some more protection as well. Right, also with that silver thing that you saw earlier, it would allow you to find one of the Tamarins with their bow for you to whack over here. And then also with the other 2, 1 will be over here on the stairs to deal with him, and the other 1 will be over here. And also it's a bit windy for you to hear, I'm afraid, but we're capable of that. And you'll find another one of these fucking dudes. Right, also you find a key here, so you might want to grab that if you spent a fair few. Right, this time what you're dealing with is 25 Tamrones, which are the normal ones. And of course you're dealing with the silver dude. So once again, keep the R2 or L2 in, whichever, to give yourself some protection. And then once you whack him 4 times, sorry. Once again. He'll be dead. Right, also you'll find a lever. Once again, circle once, slap the X several times. And once you do that, a nice cog will turn, which will allow you to have a lovely door to be opened up. So now you can go in there if you want it for a bit more of a different colour. Also, I'm losing a bit of health here. So once again, your health will go down. As well as, of course, once you picked up several of those small little pieces, your health will go back up. As well as, of course, it will change into a different colour if your health is all the way up to one side to the other, which will be from the left all the way to the right of your character, whoever you're using, shall we say. Okay, so finally what you'll do is just kick the fucking shit out of the other 25 Tamrones, which are the ones that are the normal ones that you're dealing with. But also, once again, if you see there's no more Tamrones where you were before, and you know where they are, just go back somewhere. Like I'm going to go all the way over here and kick the shit out of some of these over here. And once I've done that, what I'm going to do is pull back and reveal. And here they all are, they're all back again. So feel free to do that. So you can always do that. Right, also I'm going to open this chest for 2 keys. I'm happy with that. And of course, bonus unlocked. So every time when you open one, bonus unlock will be revealed. As well as with the other arched windows that I showed you earlier, which was like a smiley face, but it's upside down. I'm going to use that as a demonstration of it. So with those windows that has a funny face upside down, smiley face is upside down, those bonuses will be in there somewhere that you've unlocked the chests with. So yeah, right, what you want to do is push triangle when you're close to the eagle. And now you're over here again. You're back here. Right, so you'll find some Tamrones in it to fucking kick the shit off. And also I'm going to need some more health if you don't bloody mind. Well, also if you don't want any health, then feel free to suffer if you want. Right, also with the other 2 remaining boats, what you want to do is go to this thing if you want, or you can go for the other one while it's loaded, if you have loaded it. But once again, push L3 clockwise and keep turning it. Excuse me. Right, so once again you want to hit each one of these remaining boats 2 times. And then once you've done that, Stop kicking the fucking shit out of me. Right, so before you do anything else, especially finishing off the final 2 boats, what you want to do is go over it and spend 5 keys if you want, because there's a chest here. So keep that in mind, but that's something you might want to consider. Also, you'll find some more pieces here if you want them. Also, what I'm going to do is back off a bit and just kick the shit out of these. So yeah, you got that all included. Also, I'm going to change this guy. He can do a bit of damage. Also, I can't do that while that's town range there, or this thing's not loaded. So once you've done all that, Contender. Don't know precisely what that word is, but never mind. Well, so once you've done that, once again, all your boats will be dealt with. Abandoned ship, yeah. You were correct. And now, you'll be back with your mates. Right. Now then. Once this is loaded up. Right. So, what I'm going to do is go back through this gate. Right, so when you've missed a couple of chests, which will say bonus chests, and you think you've still got some to find, and you go to certain places like this, it will show you how many chests need to be found, and exactly lets you know how many you've done. So we've done 3, but there's 4 of them. So like I said, when you go back and forward to certain places like this, it will reveal how many chests got to be found and how many you've actually opened. So keep in mind, however, how many you've found, because don't forget there is 13 of them. Okay, so once you've done that, been going back and forwards to those kind of places, like that, what you can do is always go back to certain places like this, where you can find all your keys, where you found them from last time. So you can do that as well, if you wish. Even if you want to enjoy smashing things up, of course. Like as you see, I'm climbing up here and collecting some more of these things and collecting up another key. So like I say, you can always go back and forwards places, so you can keep collecting your keys. How cool is that? Okay, so once I've done that, what you'll find when you press the start button, it'll give you a couple of options what you've got to do and what is actually got to be done in the levels. So what I'm going to do is just allow you to know what things are involved in there for a minute, because I'm just going to give you a couple of tips and tricks how you can do all this sort of stuff. Now what I've done is press the start button, and every time when you push it in certain new areas where you've been or where you haven't been exactly in the levels that's around places, you'll know exactly what you've got to hunt down and what's not to be done and everything else. So you've got all of that. Okay, so you've got to keep in mind, you've got to press that start button just to reveal what's needed to be done. Okay, but also the stuff you do will have a box ticked with a green colour on it to say, yep, you've done this and that, and you haven't done this or that. So every time when you do something, it will have a green box with a lovely tick on it, or shall we say a box with a lovely tick How about that? So, over there. What we're going to do now is Cantana. I don't think so. But also I have got 9 keys so far. So like I say, you can always go back and forth places. Right, so now you can get this guy to smack something. Right, now once you've done that, what we want to do next is get this guy to go all the way up the steps and use R1 and press X. Or either you can use R2. But the best idea is to use L2. L1, sorry. Right, so once you've done that, you can go in here, which will have a chest opened, a gate opened. Yeah, I should have said that in the first place, but never mind. And that guy knocks the freaking gate to shut. And that guy's gonna freaking chuck something. And oh yeah. He's tied up. And of course you get these 2 characters this time. The big dude, or the boar, whatever freaking animal it is, once again. Or you got the little dude, which we'll use. But don't forget he's got a hook, and of course he has got a sword for you to use as well. Right, also there is a chest over here, which will take 5 keys off you. Oh, I can't pick up. Oh yeah, duh. Right, so with this guy, what you want to do is pick up the barrel, press circle once to pick it up, and then what you want to do is press X to sling it. Right, at the top of the middle of the screen there's a number 8 there. Now what that is to do with a specific tamarind for you to deal with. But we'll get to that in a moment. Right. Also with that chest there, I'm going to leave that. And now there's 2 of these big dudes. And yeah, they're free. And now they're tied up again. Right, so what we want to do is get these things untied up. Now, the little dude will be on top of the other big tall dude. And the one I'm using, which is the boar one, but I'm going to say is a boar. Or it could be a goat. I don't know. Anyway. Right, so with the 8 of the Pacific thing that's up there at the minute, in the middle of the screen there. Now what they are tamarines with their own fire bows. Now what you want to do is kick the fucking shit out of them. Now with the 8 of them, there'll be 4 somewhere and 4 on the other. No more tying me up. Right, anyway. So there'll be 4 tamarines with their bows over it. And also these tamarines with their bows, they'll fucking run off. But as long as you don't let them get away. One's run off. Chicken. Right, anyway. So where that samurai's gone with his bow, he's going to be ended up all the way over where his mates are, which is over here. So kick the shit out of them. Right, also if you don't want to use these big dudes, then you can press the circle to get off if you want. And the gate's going to open up for some reason. But how nice. And he says, oh yeah. There's his old big dude as well. And he's going to leave us. How rude. How rude. Anyway. Once that's done. Here's what I'm going to do is go back over it. To allow you to know there is one chest. Only one for you to open. But also I was going to save 5 keys. As I have got lovely 9 of them. Right, so once again you can always go back and forwards places where you know where the keys are. And you can do all of that if you want. But also don't forget, if there's keys in small spaces, yeah, don't even bother. Also, if you're having a bad day, then feel free to use this guy with his hammer and press X and smash it up. Then feel free to do that. Right, also what you want to do is get this bow guy and use R1 and of course press X for another one of these cogs to be revealed for you to pick up. So feel free to take it. And what you want to do is just take it over here. So press circle once. And then this lovely thing will come down. Which will be over here. Right, so once you've done that bit, what you can do is go over here with a samurai and says fuck you. I'm going to say you can fucking die then. Right, anyway, so what you want to do is go to one of these levers, press circle once, get out of my bloody way. Right, so once again, go to one of these levers, press circle, slap X several times, just keep doing it. And one other guy will go to the other lever, which will reveal the lovely door that's going to open up. How nice. How nice indeed. To have a lovely door for us to get in. Which will now show us that thing that's going to sling that and smash more things up. Naughty. Right, so now you have the sensor and the ball. Right, also you have this big dude as well. So you can press triangle to get him to climb on top of it. And still, once again, you can smash the fucking shit out of these if you want. So feel free to do that. Right, also there are 3 chests in here. There are 3 of them. Right, also you'll find a key. And another bit of shield for you to pick up as well. Also another key over here if you want it. So feel free to do all that if you wish. Right, so what you want to do, even though I've got lovely 16 keys. Right, so what you want to do is get this guy. Don't do it. Ah, he bloody would, wouldn't he? So now he's stuck. Right, so now what you want to do is go over here where you'll find another one. And what you want to do is to fucking get him back out again. Right, also if you want the hammer, what you want to do, stand and face around it, press circle once, slap X several other times. And just keep doing it until he gets fucking back up. And the other guy says, don't be stupid. Right. Now, at the top of the screen there in the middle, there are 3 other specific things, which is those things that likes to throw things. Now what you want to do is fucking destroy him. Right, also what you want to do is stand it, press circle once, slap X several other times. Web. You can bring that down and come over it and kick the shit out of the town wings if you wish. Also, you can press X 2 times, but you want to do it 3 times, so you can destroy fucking one. Also, once again, you can press the square to smash some more things if you wish, where you'll also find some more keys, which are only 1. Right, so with the 3 chests that's in this area, and there's only 3, there'll be one over here that will take 3 keys. So if you want to open it, then go ahead by pressing circle once and slap X several times. Right, also what I'm going to do is use this centaur. And what you can do with this thing, move around the place and whip the sword and run them over. All the tamarains. But once again, they will return. So don't forget that. And yeah, that's going to sling that thing. But also, you'll find another one of these things in the middle. You can deal with that if you want. But I prefer kicking a shot of these. Right, also you'll find another one of these. But when you go over it, yeah, tie him up again. Tie these big bloody things. And we say, oh yeah, we'll freaking run you over. So once you've done that, you feel free to use this guy. And climb on top of this one. I'll smash the fucking shit out of it. And once you've done that one, or what I'm going to do, I'll show you, there's another chest here. It'll take 5 keys. So feel free to press circle and slap the X several times if you want to open it for a bonus unlocked. So feel free to do that. But don't forget, it's got 5 keys for you to spend. As long as you got plenty of them, then you're absolutely welcome. Right, also what you can is walk around all over the place and find some more keys. They'll be spread around here somewhere. Also what I'm going to do is get him off it and pick this thing up. And just do a bit of smacking. Like this, for example. But I'm taking far too long, so. But yeah, you got that there if you want it. And once you've done that, yeah, don't do that. And that centaur says, come on, come on, let's go. Okay, so once you've done that, don't forget you can still, feel free to keep going back and forwards to places where you found the keys before. So you can do that if you want. But even you could try and pick up some more small things to get your health to go back up again. So feel free to do that if you want. But also you want to stand on one of these. And then find another one over here, which will open up a gate with a door for you to do if you want. And there's a bit of fighting going on. And then fucking smashing the place.
We have to stay out of sight. There's too many of them.
And this time you got the fawn and the little dude. Right, also you'll find a chest over here that will take 4 keys. If you want to use them. Of course. So feel free. But also you'll find a key over here as well. Right, also there'll be some more tamarains over here. Just in case if they're getting in your way or you just want to kick the fucking shit out of them. Right, also this chest will take 5 keys off you. So feel free if you want to spend 5 keys for a bonus unlocked. And so there you go, there's another one of those if you want it. Right, so what you want to do next? And now what you want to do is stop them from fucking opening that chest. That's all you got to do, is stop them from opening it. Right, so all you want to do is use this guy to fire 4 arrows at each 4 chains, which will break the chandelier. Oops. Oh, now they're down. Right, so now what you want to do is stop these tamarains from opening that chest. And basically what you got to do is to defend it. Also, if you don't, then something's going to happen. Well then, before you press that circle button, before you do that, what you want to do is go over here and press circle, but not this item. I'm going to just press X and sling it. Right, so once again, what you want to do is press circle and drag this over here. And press circle and place it. And then once you've done that, what you want to do is press circle and pick this box up and possibly take some keys with you. And then what you want to do is place it on top of it. But obviously not quite in the right place, clearly. Because if I was in the right place, the circle would have been available for me to touch. So once again, what you want to do is make sure you see the circle before you can touch it. And once you've done that, there'll be a door opened up. Right, on the right side of the screen there's a map there. Now that'll tell you what's around and what's not. Now, there's a silver piece there on the right hand side of that map there, which will say there's a piece you can pick up. So what you want to do is go here and press circle. Now, back to the map now. There is a silver thing there. A gold thing. There you go. Wrong colour. Right, so on the map, when you look on the right hand side, there'll be a gold thing, which will say there's a chest somewhere, and you just got to find it. And of course, once again, you want to make sure that you've got the right number. Right, so once you pick this thing up, what you want to do is take it over it and press circle, which will available for you to have a bonus unlocked. So there you go. Right, so once you've done that now, what you can also do is bring yourself over here where you can find another chest if you want to spend 2 keys. So feel free to do that if you want. So there you go, there's another bonus unlocked there for you. Well, I nearly absolutely completely forgot about it, but well, it's one of those days. Right, anyway. Okay, so once you've done that, also I've absolutely finished using that character for a while. So what I'm going to do is use this guy and take him all the way to here. Don't forget, circle once, slap X several times, and then once you've done that, you will get Susan's Horn. How about that? You get Susan's Horn. How good is that? But nicking it, not good, is it? And he nudges that over. Right. So, now then, you have got 2 characters, which was the fawn with his bow, and of course the little dude with his hook and his sword. Now what he's done is gone to protect himself with his mate, which will leave you with the centaur and the ball, or whatever it bloody is. But that's all you want to do. Is possibly pick up some more keys if you want, so feel free to do that. But what you want to do now is go over here and free this big dude. So once you've done that, go to this big dude with the ball, and then what you want to do is now go all the way towards this door and push L3 in the right place so you can get this character to move. And once again, slap the X this time and just keep slapping it, and the door will shut. And now you're fine. That time went pissed off. Then you find this silver fucking dude again. Just gonna open it, and they say fuck you. Clearly. Right. So you store those 2 with Susan's Horn. And what those silver things are going to do, yeah, try to open it, open the gate to get hold of the horn and fucking smash it. So once again, what you're going to need to do is stop them. But also there are 25 Tamarains to deal with, 2 silver dudes, and basically once again you've got to stop them. But also this big dude I'm using, we can always use, is just use him and just keep slapping that square to kick the fucking shit out of them. And once you've done them, what you can do now is finish off the remaining 24 of them, or however how many you've got left to kick the shit out of. Then feel free to just kick the fucking shit out of them. But still, like I said, with the other Tamarains that you did do earlier from wherever you started, you can always just go back in the same places where you found them and fucking kick the shit out of them. And so once again, once you've done 25 of them, eventually and also I have got 18 keys. And now he's going to help him get out. And you can find the eagle. Let's go carry him. Hey, saying hooray! I've got Susan's horn. Clearly.
How could my own people be so cruel? To wipe out an entire race.
Did I say that?
What do you mean?
I told you some Narnians fled to the wilderness. Why do you think your uncle and his men fear the woods to this very day? Ghosts.
They're alive. The Narnians still exist.
You went the whole castle.
Where are they now? Can we see them?
Perhaps this is enough for one night. All will be clear in time. Remember, tomorrow is astronomy. Tara and Alanville are set to converge in the heavens. It should be quiet tonight.
So there you are. That is the first window, which was called Caparvel. And that has been done with several other keys so far. And that is where I'm going to leave you for today. But we will be back for some more Narnia Prince Caspian next time. Take care.